We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's going to attack the basket all night long, so I'm going to make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee at BMO Harris Bradley Center. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K. Taking a look at the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Beasley. And it's Howard in at the center position. Freak with it. Last game he had 10 points. Shot clock at 5. Parker kicks to Freak. Here's Monroe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So, Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, I had the chance to talk with the head coach for Houston. We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Kicks it out to Harden. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. And a wide open look for Freak. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. That gives them the lead.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Parker, a screen on Harden. Freak passes to Parker. Here's Monroe. On the mark with the 15-footer. Monroe's got 8 points.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
There's a good screen. Ariza kicks to Capella. Now here's Harden. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. Capella with the bucket.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against San Antonio.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated. Parker against Beasley.
And the layup's good off the glass. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And again, it's Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 10 points. The Rockets trail. Harden outside. Shoots from the block. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Good ball move. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Come on, Raptors Center. You better make some noise for your energy. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Monroe. Henson comes in for Jabari. Rockets shooting at 50% in a decent groove.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at the point. John Henson out there with Plumlee. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Bayless in at the shooting guard. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Freak. 5 to shoot. And it's Bayless in the corner. Rockets with the rebound. Last time they met in Houston.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded-out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Henson. Parker comes in for Miles Plumlee. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless. And a switch here also for Houston. Capella's checked in.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons did some really solid work on the floor. He picked up 10 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close. Guys,
he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Here's Monroe. And Capella sends it back. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Here's Freak. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Parker sets the screen for Freak. He feeds it to Monroe. The shot will not go. And it's Houston the other way. And it's played already. Capella dishes to Harden. Beverly wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. Freak kicks to Monroe. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jump shot. Monroe's got 12.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
And the Bucks making a change here. Mayo's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
Well, James, an impressive first.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. It's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switch here also for Houston. Brewer is checked in for Patrick Beverly. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Trevor Ariza. Brewer is out there with Harden. Then there's Howard. And it's Beasley in at the 4.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Antetokounmpo passes to Freak. The dish to Monroe. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Rockets trail by 3. Harden kicks to Beasley. Back to Harden. Beasley the screen, down low. Howard, count the basket and the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The Rockets have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line.
For Dwight Howard, guys, there were 2 or 3 seasons in Orlando and L.A. that seemed like one big soap opera. So now, to me, it seems like he's happy and settled, though, here in Houston.
Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Harden outside for the tie. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it seems, Greg, that, you know, as he was just talking moments ago about Howard finding his niche in Houston, it seems he's more comfortable. Certainly a great legacy of terrific big men for the Rockets. Clark, you know that firsthand. They've had some terrific names over the years.
How about Yao Ming, Kevin, Moses Malone, Elvin Hayes, Hakeem Olajuwon. No greater roster of big men than that one there.
So for the Bucks, their last game, a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Big brute substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee is checked in for Monroe. Henson for the Rockets. Howard's checked in for Harden. Terrence Jones comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Smith subbed in for Corey Brewer. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is out there with Freak. And it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's the Bucks on the break. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And so the Bucks take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Greg Monroe. Skinny, what did you like about his game?
Greg Monroe was doing what he does best. He produced a massive game for them in locking down this win. The thing I like about him most is that a coach can use him in multiple ways. You can play him at power forward or center, and he can be just as good.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Yo, freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets. Corners green, my bank notes the California scene. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simi out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got a poet. A ghetto saints with grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiat, the streets is hopeless. I'm not heartless, ain't painting pictures. Making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. They call me Basquiat, pockets full of fat knots, dust till dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. Body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat. I got 107 C's, making waves so the world knows me. Basquiat, my pocket go deep. I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustling grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
Hey, he goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo, I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak.
What you mean by us, Vic?
I mean us, as in you and me and you. Putting some serious Skrilla behind this and... Put me on, man. I'm Basquiat.
What?
You heard me? I'm Basquiat. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, you nice with it. What? Yeah. Wow, okay.
Thanks, man.
Basquiat.
Yo, we don't need no major label to make this happen, man. And in the end, we reap all the benefits. Think about it.
I know what you're thinking. I noticed we passed Colonel Young Park, too.
Yo, Coach Judy was the best. I remember when she took us from park to park so we could play ball. She taught us how to be comfortable in places other than the courts and the projects.
Word. Yo, Coach Judy would have us shoot hundreds of jumpers all over the court with both hands.
Hey, you caught on to the ambidextrous thing real fast, though.
Right. Now, but you were a beast with the hops. You were like 13, 5'6", and could reverse dunk with two hands.
Right.
Come on, man. Whoa! Yeah, used to bug all the older dudes out on the court.
Yep. Oh,
crazy.
good times, man. Good times.
What's wrong, Vic? What's wrong?
It's nothing, man. It's silly, really.
Come on, Vic. Fess up.
I'm thinking about how fortunate you are. You know, how blessed you are. You know, you grew up with a mom's and a dad. Both parents. Your family
treated me like family when my dad died in Greenhaven in his 9th year on his 40-year bid. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I turn around, my mom's died from that flu. That sick parting gift my dad left my mom's.
Oh, I feel you, Vic. But it's all right, man. You know, your moms and pops were good people. You know, may they rest in power.
So you're gonna patronize me now? You're gonna pity the little boy whose worthless, low-budget parents died from AIDS? Is that what you're gonna do? Yo, don't pity me, all right? And don't play me neither. As a matter of fact, go play the lottery, because, hey, you never know. Your chances might be better.
Vic. What are you doing right now?
You got everything, don't you, freak? What do I have? Nothing. And I got nothing. You won't even, your cheap butt won't even front me the Skrilla I need to back a Basquiat mixtape, yo. And on top of that, I get banned from traveling with the team. I get banned from the locker rooms. I get banned from the arena. What? Would you let them do this to your best friend, man? What kind of friend are you?
Vic, you being serious right now. You're serious. Yeah, you sound like you on some Welch's sour grape right now, man. You jelly?
I ain't jealous of you, freak.
You sure, man? Because this, well, I don't know what you call this little tirade. It spreads like some Welch's grape jelly. Are you jealous?
Like I said, I ain't jealous of you, freak. As a matter of fact, I think you are jealous of me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you jealous of the way that I'm laying it down with these hotties on Instagram while you stuck at home with your one blazing beauty. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't get heated because you went behind my back to get at Yvette, and she turned you down, B. Oh, well, what's wrong, Basquiats? Yeah, that's right. Look at you. Out there drowning in the middle of a whack lake without a lifesaver.
Brother, real talk. You know how I get. All right, I was feeling a little friendly. I got a little loose with it, you know. I was just up and out. You know me, man.
Save that riff for Heathcliff. Yvette told me all about it. I kept it on the low. See if you ever was gonna mention it. You did it. You broke the code, B. One never steps to his boy's boo, even after they break up. But you broke the code. And you know you did. But you know what? It's still all love here. But it's you who chooses this life in these streets. You know, you want to get on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tinder, trying to chase these thirsty tens. Yeah, use my name as a coupon. Reel them all in. Hey, sweet thing. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, shawty, you know I'm a FOF, a friend of freak. And then when they husbands and boyfriends start coming after you and you want to play the macho man role, start throwing hands, scrapping and fighting, who's the one that has to bail you out of jail? Huh? Who's the one that has to pay these lawyers in six-figure settlements, huh? Me! Not you. Oh, no, not you, Vic. And then when you want to throw these lavish parties without consulting me, who's the one stuck with the bill, Vic, huh? Me! Not you! But me! I have hit you off in the past 10 months with $250,000, Vic. $250,000! That's a lot of money. I don't mind you eating, but when you being a glutton, and a glutton off my plate and my food, love is love, but I'm keeping it 10 times 10 with you right now, Vic. 100! As usual, 100.
You right. You're right, freak. You've been carrying me for a long time. And I've been a burden and a hindrance to you. And I'm sorry. I thank you for your generosity of finance. I thank you for your generosity of friendship. I thank you for your generosity of spirit.
You know what? It's all good, my brother.
But you owe me.
Owe you?
Yeah, you owe me.
Yeah, how you figure
Big
that?
time.
Uh-huh. How?
Dirt Bike Donnie. Remember him? Dude who was robbing everybody in the towers?
Vic, I thought we was never, ever gonna talk about that.
Oh, you thought wrong, homie. I remember it like it was yesterday. Remember when we had just brought our sheepskin coach from Delancey Street, our senior year of high school? You were the hottest prospect in the country. and Donnie's jealous butt, man, he had it out for you and me. But more so you, freak. More so you. Remember when he saw our brand new fresh sheepskin coats? Oh, dude lost his mind. He ran up on you and told you to run it.
Man.
Oh, man, he wanted your coat.
Yo, nah, Vic.
Oh, he wanted it so
Vic,
bad.
no, we were fighting, all right? We were fighting. Okay, then he reached in his coat, and when he pulled, we struggled, man.
Yeah.
And when he pulled back, he fell down steroid by himself and cracked his head in two.
Yo, man, hey, calm down. Yo, it's all good. It's all good, fam. I was there. Remember that? I was there. I saw the whole thing. It's like you said. Everything happened so fast. You know, you was working off of adrenaline and pure instinct. I know you didn't try and do it. I know you didn't try and do it, man. Yeah. Anyway, I took care of all the loose ends when you ran down the flight of steps. Left me holding the bag. Yeah. So your secret is safe with me, Freak. Has been and always will be. Safe from that same morality clause that you threw in my face when I was banned from your NBA life. So, next time you want to talk about food, remember. When Dirt Bike Donnie looked at you like food, who was it that saved the day? Me! It was me! Victor Van Leer, who cleaned your dirty plate for you! You're a clean freak. You clean it in the Board of Health. 'Cause of who? 'Cause of me. You got all this because of me. And don't you ever forget that. Oh, man. Hey, I just thought of something so funny. You gonna get a kick out of this. You gonna get a kick out of this. Yo, I need you to ask you for one more favor.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bruh. That's hilarious.
Hey, it might be the last favor I ever ask of you, but you gotta admit that's really fun.
Yeah, of course. Anything for FOF.
Oh, hey, says the NBA megastar, his voice dripping with the sarcasm. Hey, yo, peep this. Let me borrow this here ride, man. Hey, come on. It's not like you're gonna miss it. It's just gonna sit in your Tribeca garage next to your Aston Martin and your Lambo, and we both know they're collecting dust. Yo, how many whips you got anyway?
Man, come on.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even want to know. Yo, this ride is for sure an aphrodisiac for all the hottie hots. Man, we living the life, man. My main man, Frequency Vibrations. We for sure living the dream.
I need this back at the end of the season in the same condition. Repeat, same condition.
Same condition.
That I lent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Pristine, Vic.
I know what that word means. Hey, I won't let you down, man. I'm gonna treat this ride like one of my own hottie hots.
No.
No?
No, you not. Not in this car, you not. No.
All right, man. I won't let you down, okay? I will change my ways, I promise. Yo, you hungry? I'm hungry, man. Let's go get something to eat. Let's get some grub. Huh? What do you say? What do you say?
Wow.
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old, same old.
Wow, your shoulders are really tight. Are they stressing you out again?
Yeah.
Well, you know you always got me, right? I'm always gonna be here. Baby, I'm your ride or die. And as quiet as it's kept, you and I are the real Team Freak.
Of course. Word of my mom's.
I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started falling, like, I get a text message and she's, who is that? And it's just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right, you know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about Yvette?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge about anything, I'm already attracted to you as a person. I love learning, and she was very intellectual, and she's a very strong woman. And in this life, I need a strong woman.
This season hasn't gone the way we planned. But tonight, we've got an opportunity to affect the playoff race. These guys need the win, and we're standing in their way. So this game means something. And I intend to go out there and show them everything I got. Spoiler alert.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. This game is part of the Travels. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Freak in at point guard. Plumlee out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Henson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Fun watching Kevin Love. He can do everything on the offensive end, Clark. He's been that way really his entire career, going back to high school.
Yeah, his game is low to the ground, too. No explosive moves or dunks. He takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
Right wing, 5 on the clock. Pass to Henson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off target from three-point range.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this series.
And LeBron throws it down.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And talking about Love, last season was a tricky one for him. So much of his post offense was taken away by the Cavs' scheme, focus, and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland.
Time as a pro that he's been asked to defer on offense, not just to LeBron, but to Kyrie as well. You can bet he and Chris Bosh now have a lot to talk about.
And Henson sends it back. And the basket good. For Cleveland, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Plumlee with the screen. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 to shoot. 11 feet away. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Detroit Pistons.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Freak. Shot is off, and Cleveland will come the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dishes it to Plumlee. Antetokounmpo against Jefferson. Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court. Another look now for Cleveland. Love checked in for Fry. Iman Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. John Henson out there with Miles Plumlee. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Bayless in at shooting guard.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons was a big factor. He had 9 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Love wide open. He fires. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Freak kicks to Plumlee. No luck. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland leading by 5. It's Jefferson with the drive. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They get it back. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Cavaliers 5th.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
And he sinks the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
That's right. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
.107 left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Shumpert. Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. Kept alive, Thompson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's the Bucks on the break. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Bayless.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Jefferson against Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
What I like is he's done a great job of getting to the line, setting himself up for those free shots. Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Plumlee kicks to Bayless. Unloads from 13. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Dellavedova. And no good trying to get that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with...
Gentlemen, I'm over here with...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Shumpert comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Plumlee comes in for Jabari Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Freak subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. They've got him on Shumpert. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Irving. And it's LeBron James. And it's Frye in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Freak.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Bucks have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. They set the pick. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. That one wide left. Cavaliers leading. And Shumpert kicks to Dellavedova. Can't cash in from close range.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The Bucks working the ball around. Now Bayless. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Drains the jumper to finish the break. James has got 15 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Henson with the screen. And Bayless kicks to Middleton. Freak dishes to Bayless. No good. And here is Shumpert. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 4. And for the Cavaliers, LeBron, he's checked in for Jefferson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Cavaliers.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record, with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Bucks.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Kyrie Irving. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And Milwaukee.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Love. Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up. Not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
Oh, the dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.